For anyone who has arachnophobia, please proceed with caution. Welcome to Grounded. This is a game I thought I would never come back to, but here I am 2 years later, and let me tell you, this is a whole different ball game. I split this video into 5 different chapters that you can see on screen now. Each has their highs and lows. Ugh, very lows. So grab your popcorn and drink, because you're in for the long haul. If you want to watch the uncut raw footage, it'll be linked in the description down below. Oh, I forgot to mention, I will be playing with one of my friends. Chapter 1, the beginning. Well, here we are. We start our adventure in a briefcase with absolutely nothing. Not even our memories. But like every survival game, getting a bearing of where you are is the best way to survive. After gathering a few things and killing our first creature, we discovered a small tent that has some strange equipment inside of it. 2 of the 3 machines appear to be progression locked, but the analyzer seems to be online. And we start by analyzing a few things. This gives us crafting information and details about the item that we put in. After a few minutes of analyzing, we come across some game lore. I won't be getting too much into the lore things, but if we do find things that have to do with the lore, I will give a brief synopsis of it. From the file that we found, we still don't know much other than the embiggening machine is very hard to maintain and malfunctioning due to some foliage and wildlife. Just up the path we found what was left of the embiggening machine, and there was a tape there. As we listened to the tape, my dumbass decided to press a button that stopped the tape from playing. 3 beams of light converged on the embiggening machine. One appeared to be blocked and another was blinking for some reason, so I made a crude axe and cut down the blade of grass that was blocking it, and then made my way to the strange blinking light. On arrival, I found some nasty mites eating the cables powering the laser. They did not like it when we got close to them. We gotta go in there? Oh, you got me tripping, man. That's spider heaven right there. After returning to the tent, we figured out a way to make torches, and then ventured into the cave, killing mites as we went. Coming to a halt at a rock wall, we made some hammers and busted right through, finding a collectible called the Scab, which apparently is the user interface in the bottom left-hand corner. We eventually figured that out later. Relieved that there weren't any spiders, we ventured outside. Returning to the tent once again, we researched a few more things, and then went to the embiggening machine to hopefully return to our original size. But... oh, that's cool. Is that gonna make us bigger? The game already over? Oh my god, please tell me we get to go to the haunted house. The machine had malfunctioned again. With that failure, we decided it was a tomorrow problem to deal with. Waking up, we started making some food, and a pesky ant tried to take our food, so we slaughtered it.
So we'll wait for that shit. You only have 1?
I have a lot.
Oh.
I have a lot.
Oh, well, I'll just put my 2
Okay,
on.
get your ass over here. Don't touch my weevil meat. Man, tried to steal my weevil meat. You see that? With our bellies full and with some leftovers for our journey, we set out to the big tree to investigate what happened, stumbling across the juice box and a snail shell that looks suspiciously like a pile of shit. Is this shit? Is this a pile of shit?
Well, you're not going the right way and you're heading towards spiders. No, it's a snail shell, you idiot.
Oh, it looks like a pile of poo.
No, what?
Oh. Ah. Arriving at the base of the tree, we discovered an old anthill and took a quick peek inside. We didn't find much, but what we did find was an angry soldier ant inside who really wanted to kill us.
Ant is yoked. That looks like a soldier. That's a soldier. Oh shit!
Oh! Man, he was after your back meat. That scared me, dude.
Damn.
Wow. You see that man's hop?
I didn't think he was gonna jump.
No, I didn't think that either.
All right, we're gonna leave.
Leaving the anthill, we broke a few acorns for armor and food, and found another tent dubbed as a research station henceforth. In no time at all, we had our first encounter with a spider. Where? Ugh! Oh, ew! Oh, it's Orb Weaver! Kill it!
Hope Raver Jr.
Oh, it hits like a truck.
Yeah. Your bandage is the other one.
Let's just say the mama was not happy.
Jay, we gotta.
Oh, it's huge!
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no! Grabbing some sap off the ground, I got a good look, and I was not liking what I saw. Oh!
Oh, hell no! Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included. I ain't going to jail.
Look at that bee, bitch!
Just be careful. Alright.
Huge! He's gone. Where'd he go?
He ran.
Walking around the tree led us to something truly horrifying. Thank you, Kate. Fuck you. I hate you. And let me tell you, I would rather take my chances with Big Mama. That's the only one. Oh! You fucker. You little shit.
I'm ready to go home now.
They're sleeping. It's fine. They just don't know how close you can get. Those are wolf spiders. Alright, we're out. It's okay. So this is the best spot to get acorns. You need those a lot. So I mean, if you see any acorns, sap.
Hey, that's not funny, man.
It was pretty funny.
Shut up!
I'm just like, come here. It's fine.
After that horrifying incident, we made our way down to the pond at the other side of the tree, and finally discovered the site of the explosion. Going into the remains of a lab, we found what seems to be raw science, a new element of some sort, and another videotape that was bugged for me. It just talked about basic research and the founding of raw science. A little further in, we found a computer system that shows the status of other labs in the yard.
Warning, battery backup failure in the pond.
Wait, are these all different labs that we go to later?
The haze, that's what that area is. Air condition critical.
Black Ant Hill.
Air contamination critical.
Ooh. This game is fire.
Black Ant Hill. Security lockdown in effect.
The hedge. Have you gone to the hedge?
Yeah. That's the, so I think this is the order in which we go to them. So the hedge is the next one we'll be going to. Which
Okay.
has spiders.
Oh.
Unauthorized access.
That's a solid way to get my balls to shrivel up and turn into a little boy. Looking at a desk on the other side of the room, we found another file that talked about some of the first tests on the embiggening machine. We then found a robot, and after helping him up, he tells us what he can remember about the research that this lab did, and how we can get back home. He tells us about the different labs and places we need to go to gather some chips of project data from other labs and other places across the yard that should help us return home by giving him some of his memories back. A little exploration later, we discovered a room with another videotape that also happened to be bugged for me. Honestly, this was getting really annoying, but it does get fixed later, which is so nice. Anyway, the videotape just contains some information on the hedges to the southeast of the yard, which happens to be the next lab location we need to go to. But before anything, we're going to need a solid base camp to get started. Chapter 2. Base Camp. Okay, I know base building isn't always fun or entertaining to watch, but trust me, you won't want to miss this chapter, and I'll make it as quick as possible. We started by brainstorming a future game plan and coming up with the conclusion that the pond is the best spot to make our main base camp, because not only is it a flat location located right in the center of the map, it's also easy to see everything around us. And finding a general location along the rocks, we started by pulling an Amazon rainforest strategy and cutting everything down. This gave us a ton of grass planks, which is perfect for the foundations of our house. And don't even get me started, we got way too many clovers, which is fantastic for our storage system because they require 3 clover leaves apiece. As the sun set in the distance, I made some water collectors to quench our thirst whenever we were going to need it. and a storage rack for all of our grass planks. With nothing left to do, we both decided to lay down for the night after a job well done. Waking up in the morning, we came to the realization we needed some sort of canteens for water. If we were going to make the journey to the hedge, we would need water to survive. We made shovels and ventured out to look for some grubs and gather the ingredients we needed. After killing the grubs, I returned home and gathered a few more planks to top off the storage, just by a little. And we noticed that we haven't researched the grass plank yet, so we didn't have walls unlocked. While Kate went to the analyzer in the Oak Lab, she told me to be careful of spiders nearby, and like the dumbass that I am, I did not heed her warning.
You can come
Get your
sit here.
fat ass out of the ground. Oh! Oh, please tell me you're asleep!
You can tell when they're asleep. Fuck. I told you if you went to the right, there's fucking spiders.
I just
You go to
watched
the
an
right.
orb reaver go kiss a wolf spider, dude. What the fuck?
Okay, well, it didn't eat the grass chunk.
I'm leaving. I found my grub and I'm out of here. After being a retard once again, yes, I did say that. And if it makes it any better to the snowflakes out there, I'm autistic and I have ADHD. And it's never offended me, so I don't care. I went back home and I started to work on some basic organization while Kate was AFK. After being told earlier that we could go into the water at some point, I wanted to see what was up down there. And I hopped right in. Straight away, Kate said this. What if I swim down really deep?
Oh, and there's spiders and shit in the water. There's also a fish.
What do you mean there's spiders in the water?
There's spiders in the water.
In the water?
Yeah. I'm on
Like,
top of the lily pads.
like in the water.
Yes, sir. In the water. Here, come this way.
What kind of spiders are we? What is that? Is that a spider? Oh no! That's a fucking spider underwater. This game is so fucking cooked, man. I swear to God. Not long after that, we ran into another new type of enemy called a water flea. What are you?
Headball?
Oh, no, what are those? What is the white things? What are those things?
Water flea?
After shish kebabbing that nasty little shit, we climbed on top of the stone structure in the water and discovered another research station. While Kate researched a few things, I dived back into the water like a fucking dumbass and started looking for more creatures to get information on. Forgetting that there's spiders in the fucking water. Bottom?
Close to the bottom, yes. Promise.
What the hell is that? A water. Oh! Oh, hell no.
There's another one coming for you. Your inventory drops when you die.
Get me on the fucking pad! Get me on the lily pad!
Oh, there's a spider. Fuck.
Get me on the fucking pad!
Good job, you lured it over here. Come on, let's kill this fucking water spider.
Where's it at? Where you at? I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Driving bell spider.
After the first of many jump scares, I cannot stress this enough. Cellar spiders, I'm cool with. Anything else? Fuck no. With a little courage in my bones, with Kate there backing me up, we killed the spider, but it still scared the shit out of me. After returning home, Kate went to research the new resources we gathered from the spider and other products in the ocean, and I started to work on my shield once again. For the first time in this game, I ran into the age-old, if you're looking for it, you won't find it. But as soon as you switch objectives, all of a sudden, there's hundreds of them. Games can be a real pain sometimes. As I'm looking for more weevils, you know what? never mind. Let me just show you what happens.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'm under this light and I have not seen the wolf spiders yet. So I don't think they can come out of this entrance. I'll go look inside.
Mm-mm.
I don't see them.
Well, I hear grunting sounds like a dog. Oh!
Shelob's ghost!
Oh! Kate! Kate!
What's wrong? That would be a wolf spider.
Ah!
I'm coming, I'm coming. Just
No,
sleep.
no,
Just
no,
sleep.
no
Just sleep.
shit.
Just sleep.
Perhaps we should make camp for the night?
Peeping goggles equipped. Got you.
Shh. Okay. We're fine.
I spy right here.
I spy right here. We're fine.
Oh.
If you need to, you can just get in the water. Sleep.
Yeah, that just happened. And you can audibly hear in my voice how bad it cracked in fear. And you can also audibly hear me get out of my chair at the end. If my bladder was full, I would have soiled myself so bad. And with that, chapter 2 comes to a close. And didn't I tell you it'd be worth it? You nearly saw a 19-year-old have 2 heart attacks and nearly soil his pants. Man, you guys are eating good tonight. Chapter 3, The Hedge. Okay, Chapter 3 is pretty different than any of the other chapters in this video, mainly because it is extremely lore heavy, and it's so much so to the point it's suffocating. So there probably won't be any major jokes or anything like that. Most of this is literally just going to be about lore. So if you don't want spoilers, skip to Chapter 4. Finally starting our trek all the way to the hedge, and sort of giving up on the shield goal for now, I ran into another field station with a tape inside. It talks about restarting something called a Space R development, and how some irregularities are responsible for some things not returning to their original size. There wasn't really anything to mention on the way here, just a couple discoveries of some bugs here and there, and a couple ants. But just past the research station we were just at, you're not gonna believe this. We walked up a pair of garden shears right in front of the hedge and found another research station with another tape. Unlike the others though, Dr. Wendell seemed off. He started talking about his, quote, rampaging children, and how he thought hiding this station in a bush somewhere would protect it from them. What are his kids? To be honest, I don't really want to know, but apparently his lab was breached and it was now infested with, you guessed it, spiders. Climbing further into the bush and up on the branches, we come across what appears to be a research outpost. They're kind of like mini labs, but with loot. This research outpost is pretty substantial. There are 6 things inside this research outpost. The first of which is a chest. Now this chest has some brittle quartzite in it, not really too important. The next thing you'll find is a tape. Now this tape is kind of useless, to be fair, but it does give a little bit of insight to how Dr. Wendell thinks. He talks about how he prefers the Burgle Mark IV over the Burgle Mark III, and doesn't understand why the Burgle Mark IV didn't take off like he expected it to. But I can see why. Literally the only difference between the two is that the Burgle Mark IV has a mustache and can compute a cooked burger down to the nearest 10th. Just predict how it cooks and how much it's going to weigh when it's done cooking. That's literally the only difference. The other 3 things are the most substantial. They are 2 files and a radar dish that we turn on that allows us to scout the yard for resources at different resource stations. It's one of those progression locked machines that we looked at the beginning of the episode. The first file you find talks about how, for some reason, the survey system, or the radar, isn't picking up things correctly, and there's some sort of interference somewhere. And he puts in that it could possibly even be the neighbors. The second file is a bit more interesting. It talks about how the Taz robots, while initially were only meant for a guard function, the radar was having issues calibrating and wasn't finding things correctly. After a few tweaks, it then started to work. After the function started working, Dr. Wendell had the idea, what if the Taz robots could go scavenge for items that he picks up on the radar? He initiates that function in the robots, and the robots start doing it. So any and all Taz bots that were not in guard mode currently were into scavenge mode and went searching for products. His idea was a success. Just a little further up into the bush, we found another research outpost. Inside, we found another tape that talked about how fascinated Wendell was with the spiders in the yard, and how they were ruining all of his plans, but at the same time, they might also be the solution to others. Continuing forward, we came across a frisbee stuck in the bush, and it was absolutely infested. And to be honest, I'm so fucking tired of all that goddamn spiders. Oh, would you look at that? One of the path leads to a fucking spider boss fight. Like, what the fuck, man? This game is 90% fuck with Jay using spiders. I swear. After leaving the Broodmother's den, we took another path that led us straight to another research outpost that was also, you guessed it, infested with fucking spiders. I'm starting to see a fucking pattern with this. Oh look, another tape. This time, it's all about his family and how they want him to spend more time with them. When spending time with them, it appears that he found inspiration with a zip line. Just around the corner was the main lab, along with a zip line leading right into it. After scanning my hand, which gives me access to the lab, what's left of the lab. And oh good God, there's another tape. Like, how many tapes are in this goddamn lab? This time it's all about Dr. Wendell testing the new zip lines in the lab, and how he found that spider thread is a fantastic material to use, and how it's a good way to make use of the unwanted guests around. Walking up further into the lab, we find a room that started to overgrow with foliage, and another two baby orb weavers fighting a robot. And I can't get a break from these goddamn tapes, can I? On this one, he talks about how he fused raw science into the spider thread, making something just as strong as a steel cable. I accidentally happened to throw my spear out of the lab when I was trying to hit one of the orb weavers, so I'm never doing that again. And that kind of sucked. Kate found a piece of paper just down the hallway with 58 written on it. I wonder what that's for. Oh, and I finally finished my Weevil shield. Fuck yeah. Most of the lab was just a maze of pathways with nothing worth mentioning except for two rooms, one of which had a piece of paper on it that had the letters UR on it, and a loot room where we had to zip line and jump just at the right time, and then we failed a few times. After successfully making it, we were at a dead end. And as for like the next 30 minutes, we wandered around aimlessly trying to figure out what to do next, when all we had to do was go back to the beginning and put the clues together. This may have been a good thing though, because it gave time for Kate to find a hedge chip and another tape talking about how the spider infestation has taken over the hedge to uncontrollable levels. So evacuation levels were initiated and lab lockdown started. He ends the log with, "We're being watched. Who's watching him?" Kate then went AFK and I made myself a snack. Then fell to death. Going to retrieve my items would be a challenge because of all the damn spiders that are fucking everywhere. But like a skilled ninja, I dodged all of them and then discovered something weird. It's called a mixer. Apparently, this is like a tower defense thing where you have to protect the mixer. and my dumbass thought that it was a big old boss fight, so I just ran away to go retrieve my rest of my stuff, when I probably could have taken this out and earned us a bunch of raw science. About 5 minutes later, Kate came back and we made the long trek home, fighting some beetles by a big old milk carton in the corner of the yard. And with that, Chapter 3 finally comes to an end, and oh my god, this lore is straight up suffocating. But hey, it's actually really good, so if you guys haven't played this game, I highly recommend you do. Chapter 4, Ants and Memories. This chapter is going to be really short in comparison to the others, and it's at this point where I have to mention that all chapters going forward will kind of have more lore-driven things woven into the chapters. Think of last chapter as like 90% lore, and future chapters having a ratio of 60-40 or 40-60, depending on the chapter. With that being said, as soon as we got home, we dropped off what loot we found into a chest and headed to the Oak Lab to talk with the Burgle Mark IV again. After giving him a chip, he tells us all about the other labs and how they have chips in them that we need to collect and recover. With radar systems now online, we can easily see the locations on the map. Some chips contain parts of Burgle's memories and lore-related things, and others will help us with crafting and building. I wonder if this is how we get the BLT for the boss fight. This is when Kate's boyfriend joined us on our journey, and he would go on to be a much-needed source of comedic relief in this scary-ass backyard, let me tell you. The basic rundown of each of the labs comes down to the hedge lab being located in the southeast, dealt with spider silk and radar systems. The pond lab, which is where we're off to next, is where they experimented on superfoods, specifically Brussels sprouts for some reason. The haze lab is located in the bug killer toxins to the south. This is where they studied on different types of fungus and tried to recreate a new species of it. In the process, creatures got infected. And then finally, the Black Anthill, located to the southwest of the map, is where they studied raw science in more depth. And it's apparently explosive. With that knowledge gained and a path forward, we met up with Caleb and I gave him a canteen before setting off into the old anthill alone to explore it. Reaching the point that I made it to last time, I ran into another soldier ant and scanned him this time, entering combat shortly after.
Yes.
Is there a queen ant?
No fucking idea. We've never gone into any hell.
Bet. So this is all Jay's territory. A little further in, I found 2 more soldier ants and dealt with them quickly, and I came across another scab. And to be honest, I was expecting a lot more out of this old anthill. But there is another hill out there, and who knows, we might even find a queen in there. Returning basically empty-handed, I met up with the goon squad, and we put up some walls around our base, and this was literally the best decision that ever came out of any of our heads.
There is a wolf spider. I can hear it. We need to sleep.
No, that's setting the respawn point.
We need to sleep.
Feeling a little low
There's a wolf
energy.
spider.
Oh
There's
my
Jay.
god!
Spider!
Jay.
Oh, magic's
Need to
perfume!
recharge.
Sleep! I think he touched me.
Ooh.
What the hell? What is going on?
You guys are starting to get a memory.
Are you not getting a memory?
No, I got it. I'm watching it. But I think I remember seeing this.
I don't know anything about this game, so try not to spoil it for me, please.
Oh no, I don't know the story.
We're about to where we're at. We
Look
were
around.
at.
I promise you won't feel a thing.
Ominous.
It's a go for molecular reduction. Spacer is primed.
Where you are going, all your worries will seem so small.
Ow.
Guys, don't move. It is still there.
A vision! I have
I
one
can't
too.
see it.
It was crazy.
It's over there.
You don't
I
see
remember
that,
every bit
bitch?
of it. An ominous
was
logo
facing the wrong way.
and a fancy spacer. A spacer that was pointed
Chomping,
directly at me.
lashing.
At me too.
Oh,
It's
God,
still
I have to tell
roaming.
Virgil about this.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go swim for a little bit.
I'm gonna go over here. It's
Oh my God, it's his house! Escaping from one problem led me to another one, almost immediately. Underwater spider! Leave me alone! Dude, I swear to God, I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I swear this game gives me more mood swings than a period gives my girlfriend. Wow, would you look at that? You made it to chapter 5. If you made it this far into the video, why not just leave a like and subscribe? I mean, you're obviously enjoying it. This is my first time doing a video kind of like this, so I really want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Finally entering to the final chapter of this video, we start preparations to go into the pond lab. Two of the things that will take priority here are the gill tube and the fin flips. Both require me to go underwater and farm resources. Looks like we're back to that spider problem all over again. I can never seem to get away from the little bastards. Since we're already looking for new equipment, we all came to a realization that now's a really good time to start gathering resources to upgrade our tools. Our first stop was a stink bug that was near our base. While Caleb and I were fighting it, we were thinking that we were all on the same page here, but Kate was still working on the base apparently. Having her join us for the second assault, we almost died, but the bug fell. Gathering its resources, we knew that if the haze was anything like what we just went through, we were definitely going to need some gas masks. Oh, it regens! It regens if you lose aggro.
Yeah. Here, there's one on the ground, babe. Oh, shit.
Here, drink this. Inventory. Drop. Ah, fuck. Drop.
It's gonna jump on you. Beat this motherfucker as I'm down.
Someone help!
Help! Help
There,
me!
you wanna grab him?
Keep shooting, keep shooting.
Shit.
I've got his aggro. Keep shooting.
Go grab him.
You can solo it. There you go, nice. Go grab
Someone
him.
help me!
Help me!
Ladybug lumbering down the
God, that's
lane.
so much.
We got 30 seconds. We're good.
I'm definitely paying you back for that one.
Alright, now pick up all these fucking things. Did you get the stink bug? Nice.
Yeah.
Killing the stink bug would give us materials for an insect hammer, which is a tier 2 tool, which would allow us to kill a ladybug with ease. Killing a ladybug would give us the ingredients needed for an insect axe, completing the set of tier 2 tools we need. That is a serious tongue twister. While Kate and Caleb worked on the base, another game plan, and gathering miscellaneous resources for upgrades, I set off into the pond, in search of materials needed for the gill tube and the fin flops. I noticed that we had lily pad wax already, and all I needed to do was gather the eel grass needed. While I did that, Kate and Caleb started on a machine to make spider silk. Once the silk was done, I made myself the gill tube and gathered 2 more lily pad wax that I forgot to grab to make 2 more. With a whopping 80 seconds or 1.5 minutes of air, this made gathering the fins way easier. Though this time I would need to kill 12 water boatons, and oh my god, this was tedious, as only a few spawn at a time, and they only drop 1 fin each. While in search of the water boatmans, Kate found another tape, and it seemed to be the day when Dr. Wendell started working with Virgil Mark IV. While all of that was happening, I saw a massive fish, and then found what appeared to be the lab, but I wasn't sure how to get inside. Having spent too much time underwater, I died and respawned at the hedge, forgetting that I didn't move my fucking spawn point to home. After making the long ass trek back home, I gathered my things and continued exploring the pond. After dying to a spider, I found my first water boatman and many others around it, so I slaughtered them all, and around 15 minutes of farming later, I had 11 fins. I just needed one more, and that's when the fish attacked.
I need one more.
Are you pissing off the fish?
No, but I found him!
I don't know, I just heard something. It didn't sound.
Oh, I almost got eaten.
Yeah.
By the fish.
Yeah, I was in its mouth. I somehow managed to duke his ass. After narrowly escaping from what I was assumed to be as a glitch, I died once again because I ran out of air, and this time I respawned at another field station that I don't remember discovering. Kate swears up and down that we were there, but I know I haven't been there. Inside was a file that conveniently I didn't read fully, and as of editing this video, I have all of episode 2 recorded and I still haven't gone over this file. After recovering all my stuff, I went back to killing water boatmen and found a place that seems very deep. Maybe this is how you get to the water lab's entrance. After working my way back home, we went to sleep and I cooked up some breakfast, and then made the fins for all 3 of us. After all that, you might be asking, why is this chapter called I Hate Water? Well, the whole damn time I was getting butt raped by spiders every 10 seconds. With that being said, this ends episode 1. And don't leave yet. I just want to talk to you really quick. This was a journey, not only to record, but edit as well. Knowing that this is my first time that I've made a video like this gives me a whole newfound of respect for all the bigger YouTubers out there, especially the ones that do all the editing themselves. I've spent a little over 20 hours editing this video into a digestible format, and then learning what to cut out and what to leave in was quite a challenge. I mean, there are a lot of things that I wanted to leave in, but it would just take way too much time of the video. And I decided that if you wanted to find those gems, you might as well just go look at the raw footage linked below. Thank you all for watching, and I can't wait to hear your feedback on what you guys have for me. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.